Well, that was a very fun game, now wasn't it? Man, these guys are so expensive. You really didn't gain that much, ironically enough, for still a 2.5 star. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. Let's go grab a QB. What's the highest overall non-junior you are? We'll slap you on the team. Why not? These guys might end up being pretty bad, but we need someone on the team. We have no corners. Darn. Let's grab the first free corners I can see. Kind of what we're going to do for the rest of the place, too, is just grab the free guys. And then kicker and punter, you got to actually prioritize them this year. As annoying as it is. Kicker and punter just go so fast. Oh. So fast. Hey, appreciate you. We got 4 likes already. Much love. Let me go and give everyone their money, then come back. It's been a couple days since I've last played this save file. I forget. Do I have my coordinators scheduled to come back? I actually forget. We have a lot of money for having our coordinators locked up, which concerns me. Hey, Jackson. How you doing? If you guys haven't read the title of the stream, we already have won the natty with Nevada. Quickest natty we've ever had. It was insane. It was insane. Layton, yes sir, yes sir. It was insane. I also just got done playing my computer game in the Content Creator League and got my back blown out in what has to be the most EA fuckery I have ever seen of my life. It was so bad. I learned there's a new glitch in the game, which is fun. Basically, if you put your running back on a route and they touch any of your O-linemen, the O-linemen stop blocking mid-play. And no, I'm not joking. I just discovered that shit the hard way. I was like, why did I get sacked right there? I had a blocking running back, and they only sent 3 people. I went back and replay and watched it. My running back bumped my my tackle. I'm like, oh, that's not good. The very next play, I was like, I want to do that again. And I did. He bumped him again and didn't block him again. And I'm like, oh no. And I checked. I checked if that works on pass plays. And it works on pass plays the same way. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So yeah, guys, there's a new bug with the newest patch. If you block your if you do anything with your running back and they touch your O-lineman, they just stop blocking mid-play. It's very fun. William, what's cracking is the quickest national championship we've ever had for any rebuild so far. Am I gonna really lose this 2-star fullback to Charlotte? I'm recruiting for the memes. Oh, I think I am. Maybe we can go back to back. Maybe. I don't got enough hours to max everybody out. What I probably should be doing, yeah, I'll go back and change this. All the guys who I'm already in the top 5 with, we probably should be hard selling this week. And all the guys who we are not in the top 5 yet should have reduced hours. And then the next week, just juggle back. Right, like Paul, he's pretty much guaranteed to be hours, so we don't really need hours on him. Same thing with Hudson. The money alone should be enough. How have you guys been? Pretty delayed impromptu stream, but I was a wee bit busy, so here we are. Carver, let's go. Yeah, man, you, Carver, you just missed the meltdown, man. I found a new game-breaking glitch in the game, which is very fun. EA can't go more than 30 seconds without having some game-breaking glitch in their game, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. If your running back touches any of your O linemen for any reason, they just don't block. They stop blocking. It's like the AI has a stroke and they just reset responsibilities. Whether you put them on a route or you actually like block your running back. If they touch the O lineman, they just have a stroke. I was doing it with Texas routes, swing routes, halfback blocking. Anytime they touched my lineman, the lineman just mid-play stopped working. Which is kind of fun. And by kind of fun, I mean terrible. There's only really one route you could put your running back on to where they don't touch anybody. And that route may or may not be useful depending on, you know, what's going on. Fucking horrible. You're funny. I'll have a stroke. Now, last transfer portal, I had a shitload of normal devs. So this portal, I'm kind of hoping we don't have... Fuck. I think he's just gone. There's a chance I can, like, keep this till week 4, but I think he's just gone. I don't have the hours or the luxury to commit to someone who I know I'm not going to get, so let's just go ahead and give up and put those elsewhere. Yeah, Carver, I don't know what they've done with this newest patch. I've not played the game too much since they dropped the newest patch, like last Thursday or whatever. It's so bad. Like, it's just... The fact that I've played a couple games with a large emphasis on the word couple, and I'm like, that's not how that's supposed to work. And I'm like, oh, that's not how that's supposed to work. And I also think someone has given me the sauce of what is the best playbook in the game against Sim. Just to show you guys what me and my boy was cooking up. Now, mind you, he's a pretty stacked team, so just keep that in mind. He's a pretty good squad, but... Oh, shit, I can't even show you anymore. We're past the week, yeah. Damn, I can't show you guys. Well, if I could have, if I was recording earlier, I would show you. But he had a QB throw for like 8,000 yards, like 70 TDs, like 4 picks in a 16-game season. There you go. My apologies, it wasn't 7K, it was 6K. He threw for 6,200 yards, 61 TDs, 4 picks. This was a disgusting season. His receivers are gone, so we can't check their stats. His RB also, if you're curious, had 1,400 yards and 21 touchdowns. Holy shit. His QB ran for 500 more and 9 touchdowns on the ground. And what's funny, he obviously won the Natty, right? But I beat him both times. I beat him in the regular season, and I beat him in the conference championship. Both times I played him, I beat his ass. But every other computer game he simmed, he beat their ass. His average margin of victory was like 45 points. Like, it wasn't even close. He was just slaughtering the computer. So, after we get done fucking with the North Dakota State playbook, that's the next playbook we're going to start fucking with. And ironically enough, I don't even think it's the playbook that's doing that. I think it's just the aggressiveness settings. It is not Maryland's playbook, no. He's using Maryland, but it's not the Maryland playbook. It's not Arizona either. I don't remember the exact name of the playbook, but after I do about 5 years with North Dakota State, which is the playbook I just used to win a national championship in season 3 of this rebuild, after I get done using North Dakota State, I realize, or I deem it yay or nay, I'm going to hop to that playbook and try it out. But like I said, he was just beating the hell out the computer. It was... When I tell you it wasn't even close, it wasn't even close. He was just murdering the computer. Again, I was the only person to beat him twice. So I can tell you, in a head-to-head, his playbook versus my playbook's better. Boise did beat his ass twice, but that's not saying much, right? That's... And besides, how often, like, he's going to play the CPU more than he'll play me, so. Having a a team or a playbook that's good against the CPU is more valuable than a playbook that's good against other playbooks. And even though he did discover the playbook, I was the one that inspired him to do so. So I will take my pity points. I made a comment, and he was like, ooh, that's a good idea. Let me go ahead and do that. I was like, are you really going to go do that? And he's like, yeah. And he went and did it. And he was right. I'm like, damn. So he did the legwork. I did the inspiration. I inspired him. I did the corporate manager thing of giving him the idea, but then him actually doing all the actual labor. Fun, 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 fun. More commits, which means we have actual hours now. Sweet. We didn't jump with the super visit? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that stinks, man. I had like an outside linebacker, inside linebacker, corner safety. And we didn't just jump. What the hell? That's crazy. We can keep this lead high enough. UConn can't re-jump us, but they might. Chat, did my stream just die? Got 50 hours. Actually recruit one more guy. Ooh, I'm missing a punter. Ooh, shit. There's one 3-star left. Let's go give him the bag, man. Let's hope we have a pretty successful season. Because, it'd be kind of funny if we end up having a better year than we had recruiting. Early on in rebuilds, it's never the case. We have our future quarterback. Glad they spun up the animation for this. So nice. Who do we not get? We got all 25? Ooh, that's nice. Where'd that rank me? Top 75, maybe? Ooh, top 50, sweet. Let's Let's go peek the dev traits. We'll start with the transfer class because I feel like the transfer class dev traits have just been really disappointing this year. Impact, normal, impact, impact. Impact, 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 normal, 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 normal. Yeah, dude, the transfer portal class, this, normal, impact. The fullback has impact. The meme 2-star fullback is alive. Impact. Star dev, nice. Impact. Star dev, nice. Elite dev from the wide receiver. Ooh. He's really slow, but he'll be elite dev, so he'll catch up. Impact dev and star dev. Yeah, our high school recruiting class was so much better than our transfer class. It's not even funny. Damn, 17-0. What's the playbook? Go check out the last portion of the stream last time, Soldier, but it was North Dakota State offense and the 4-2-5 man defense. We beat the hell out of, I think it was Ohio State, Oklahoma, and USC. I think were the three teams. We beat 3 juggernauts to win that natty. Which is kind of sexy. It's kind of sexy. My entire O-line minus left tackle was terrible. Let's go ahead and move this backup tackle to left guard. I don't have a right tackle, though. I don't know. Holy shit, we got so many seniors. Lots of cuts coming. Lots of cuts coming. Oh yeah, I haven't bought Talent Developer yet. I gotta spend 30 more points in Elite Recruiter. Got it. Boom. Boom. Now we can begin the Talent Developer grind. Thank you. What's funny is I don't think I can move out this conference. Because my rule is that you got to win 2 conference championships before I leave. I don't think I have 2 conference championships yet. I think I have 1 conference championship and then 1 natty. But I can't move. So I'm going to actively have to hold myself down to stay here. I'm going to go check, though. If I have 2 conference titles, I can leave. To join the hellhole that is the Big 12. Lots of dev bumps. I'll take these. Going from normal to impact dev's nice. Coach stats. I'm not in the America. I'm in the Mountain West. And I have 1 conference title, so I can't even leave. I'm 4-0 in the playoffs. 1 natty, 1 conference. Crazy. Let's go see if we can play around with this junior. If I can, I would like to get him drafted. JK, I didn't break any of his skill caps. This dude is dog shit. Well, that's bad. Well, I was gonna break his skill caps. That way he can get drafted, but that's not gonna happen. So, Mr. Hops, Mr. Hopes. I was also supposed to break your skill caps. I think I wrote that down somewhere and just forgot. To break their skill caps. I didn't do that for either QB. Shit. Do I have any QB that's even slightly good? I mean, you're a lot better, but your IQ is so bad. I mean, we'll take it. He's my QB this year, but all my QBs stink. I forgot to break their skill caps. Especially this guy, AJ Hops, however you say his name. It's a 3-star star dev QB with just the most disgusting skill caps known to man. Vile. Actually vile. Actually vile. I think let's just go back to back those upgrades and then yeah, mid-year we'll probably get more IQ. Only 4 points. Can't really upgrade nothing more with him. That's not too well. 8 likes in the VOD. Appreciate y'all. See, the funny thing is, because I have that perk, I kind of want to keep all these seniors. Because normally they would be, you know, useless trash. I just would cut off my team, but because of the very, very fair and balanced visionary perk, they're going to be first-round picks. Everyone will be a first-round pick. But I don't have pay it forward yet. But when I eventually have pay it forward, I'll have like 35 dudes get drafted all at once. Each spot. Yeah, if EA doesn't nerf the visionary perk, then this game is cooked. Also, I will say, from what I have tested of the visionary perk, it does in fact make your players more expensive. So I can confirm my original theory that it does come at a cost. It does in fact make your guys more expensive. I had a bunch of dudes recently, the more I was using the perk, want hundreds of dollars more than what they were worth because they were first-round picks. But what's funny is the game doesn't really tell you they're first-round picks. They'll obviously after they're drafted, so I was like, why does the guy want 800 NIL? What's going on? And then I advanced the week, and I'm like, oh, he's a first-round pick. And he wasn't even that good either. He was like an 84, 83. Which is good enough to be a first-round pick, so. He said, Coach, I want that first-round money. And I said, I'm not giving you first-round money. Have fun. And that motherfucker dipped. So. It's a very strong... Like, by no means am I saying the perk is bad. It's a very strong perk. But at the cost of your money long-term, I think that'll even out the perk. In the long run. It's like, yeah, everybody you have on your team is a first-round pick, but they also want first-round pick money, so. Have fun with that. And when I mean everybody wants first-round pick money, I mean everybody wants first-round pick money. I was having, like, 78s asking me for first-round pick money, and I'm like, no. You're a 78 normal dev left guard. I'm not giving you 300 NIL. That's not going to happen. But I also haven't tested what happens if you turn off the transfer portal yet with the perk. Because, like, they can ask for more money, but if you don't have to give them the money if you turn the portal off, so. Maybe that will offset the perk, but I think how the perk was designed was to just force people to leave the league. By lowering the bare minimum to get drafted, your players will always be drafted, which means you will always be proccing talent developer, hypothetically, which means you can just recruit to your heart's content. Which, you know, obviously in the save file, we're going to eventually get to that point. Eventually, but we're in year 4 with Nevada, so we're not even close to sniffing what a full build looks like. And I haven't played that much of Madden 27 since it dropped. I was watching other people play that game, and the hurry up glitch is back, along with like half the other glitches that were in last year's game. So shout out EA for never patching dick and still making money, or as we discovered last stream, losing billions of dollars. Oh, I can't do... that's things. Senor, I keep having this issue where the game crashes and my whole Xbox shuts off trying advance next week after conference championship week. SMH. I have not seen that one. That's new. That don't sound very good. That's not good. But your console shouldn't be turning off. That means you're putting a substantial load on your console. Well, that's new. Yeah, I would love to help you, but I've not heard of that. So that's a first for me, senor. Which is pretty cool that I've discovered the O-line glitch, and you discovered that glitch, whatever that glitch is, so. WEA. Maybe the game will get patched in 2 to 4 months. And make new bugs. Do you play on an older console by chance? What console do you play on, senor? Because it might just be a console problem. Like an actual, like, console problem. Not an EA problem. You're on a Series X? Ooh, okay. I was hoping you were going to say a Series S. Because that's probably your problem. But if you're on a Series X, then that's not a console problem. That's an EA problem. Hot diggity damn. Ooh, I got all these Stardy tackles I forgot about. But yeah, just, I feel like this is like a no shit forehead statement I'm about to say, but, yeah, don't play the game right now if it's gonna hard brick your console. Because I can assure you it's not worth buying a whole brand new system because this game is just not worth it. I wonder, is that an old save file, senor? It might be the problem. Is it a new save file or an old save file? Because maybe it's like an old, outdated, updated file, and because you're on the new update, but the save file's from the old one, it's causing the game to, like, stroke out. One of many reasons why we're restarting the online league and why, we have to do all that boring shit all over again. But it is my fault. Ultimately, I am the one in charge, and I make the final decision. But when this game first came out, I was not even gonna start my online league until like 2 months down the road, just because there's already updates or title updates when the game comes out that you always have to get to like fix the game. This year, I kind of fell for the peer pressure and just like hopped into it. My mistake. Next year for 28, we won't be doing an online league until, 28, until update maybe 3 to 4 down the road. Just because I really don't like starting the online league and then having some game-breaking update come out, and then if I don't have the update, I'm fucked. You started last week? So it's an old file then, right? If it's an old file, that may be your problem. Have you tried playing on any other save file to make sure it's the game? Or is it only that one save file? Is it an online or offline file? Because I feel like it's an online file that's not... Because it kind of sounds like to me, like when the save file's trying to auto save, it's not auto saving. It's online, yeah. I think what's going on is the game tries to save your progress and it just can't. And it's like an overwhelming amount of process, and it's just shutting down. That's my guess. I have no actual background, but if I had to guess, it's kind of what it sounds like to me, is that because it's not doing it the moment you boot up the file. It's after a certain point in the season. So if it's doing it after a certain point in the season, that's kind of like you accomplished something. Now it's trying to save the data. And it's not really doing that very well. Like, it kind of reminds me of the old machines I used to work on in my old company. It's like the process is starting to boot up, but then it gets to a fail point, and then it just can't do the task, and then it just shuts down. Also, not bad for a corner. I believe this was a athlete running back we moved to corner, so it's not bad. Not bad. But sorry to hear that, man. If that shit was happening to me, I would be making a YouTube video with the absolute swiftness and clowning on EA even more than I already do. But EA knows. Don't do many glitches around me, otherwise that shit's getting packed into a YouTube video and I'll smoke their ass. Senor, believe it or not, that's kind of how EA works. And I don't mean this to, like, kick the, beat the dead horse, kick the can, but that's kind of how EA works. Is just when the game starts to actually function, it stops functioning. Like, EA is the ultimate just tease. It's like right when they go any direction forward, there's the gust of wind that blows them 15 feet backwards, no matter where they go. Oh, sweet. We don't even have to cut nobody. Good. Chat, I'm not sure if any of you guys who watch me are big Pokemon fans like me. I'm a massive Pokemon fan. My boy Miko showed me Pokemon Rogue recently, and I've been so overly addicted to playing that game, it's not even funny. I've been grinding that bitch several hours a night. I forgot to schedule a 9-person conference. Shit. Chat, next year remind me to schedule a 9-person conference, not an 8-person or an 8. You get what I mean? 8 conference schedule. Yeah. Having 8 conference games fucks the sim so bad. Which, by the way, I have noticed something, and I'm going to be testing it more moving forward, but I have learned that if you make every conference have 9 conference games, it makes the... So, I'm sure we'll see it at some point in this stream, but have you guys ever noticed that, like, random shit teams will finish, like, top 5? Like, Tulane will be at the 3rd best team in the country. And it's like, what is going on? They give those weird sims where if you look at the playoff bracket, it's a bunch of weird teams that make no sense. I have learned recently that if you go in and make every conference have a 9-game conference schedule, not an 8-game, it fixes most of the problems. I don't know what's going on with, like, the playoff algorithm and how the computer does playoff teams, but I have noticed that you get far less of those random, like, 65 overall teams that go undefeated in conference, or that go undefeated that make the playoffs, when you make everyone 9 games versus some who are 8 games, some who are 9 games. And there's even, I think the Pac-12, you can lower it to 7 conference games, which is super funny. Just you can remove their conference games, which I'm sure totally wouldn't, like, break the AI at all. So definitely wouldn't. Okay, I have both of my coordinators signed for 3 years. They are going... I'm missing out DC. Okay, I'm going to be firing somebody, actually, this year. I can't do gold. I can do silver, though. Silver fundraising would be kind of hot. I also upgraded my facilities, which may become a problem. They're gonna erode. Damn it. Okay, well, not doing that now. After further review, I have to go back to the bronze one because I still need to... I want the extra dynasty points. Yes. But I also got to keep my current one upkept. And that requires... I think the gold one, yeah. I think if I buy this and give it the plus 50, I think that prevents my grade from going down. I could be wrong, but I think it does. But we're also a 2.5-star program still, even after winning the fucking natty, so... In due time, we won't have money issues, but for the time being, we got a hell of a lot of money issues, so... We will fix it. In due time. But we're still poor, so. And because we are very, very, very poor, we are going to be doing the $0 3 stars again. I was kind of hoping when I booted up this stream, because we won the Natty last year, that we would be like a 3 or a 4. It's a bit depressing to still be a 2 after winning the Natty, but we should go back-to-back for conference titles, which also should improve the thing. But this playbook's not very good for Heisman's. I will mention that. Which is a bit depressing, but more testing must be done. Oh, fast running backs, just no gems. Darn. No. If we can somehow squeak into the playoffs again, I might get Program Builder super early on in this rebuild, which would be nuts. I won't object to it. There's a lot I could do with Program Builder, so. No chance that we go 2 for 2 for natties, but we'll see. If we can win the natty with an 80 overall, then there's no reason we can't win the natty with a 90, but last year may have been fluke. We shall see. Several good gems. Good for us. Wish there was more athlete gems, but is playing time, bitches. Oh well. Got 5 gems. It's not bad. There's only 1 free center this year? Oh, that's so bad. Rough. Rough, rough, rough. Let's go fix the depth chart and get this season going. My left guard is not... Oh, it's a 75. It was off by 1. What the hell's my right tackle? Honestly, it's probably fine. There's 3 things guaranteed in life, chat. Death, taxes, and EA not being able to manage a fucking depth chart properly. Can't crash out, though. Can't let EA see that it makes me so distraught that every single year of my life I have to manage the same fucking depth chart because they're so inept at putting the wrong guys at the wrong fucking spot. Hey, Syracuse, hopefully you're having a fantastic start to your week. Yeah, 84 carrying. You will be my kick returner. And my punt returner shall be... Actually, 80 carrying for a corner is not even bad. Third down back. Power back. Clemens also the... He is. Slot receiver. I don't know yet with the North Dakota State playbook if the slot receiver even matters, but... He's the highest overall slot receiver. We'll go with him. Alec Forston. Yes. Right edge. And then right edge 2. Then we need a right edge 1, followed by left edge. Followed by backup right edge. Pretty quick, though, from how much I normally do this. Not bad. Rush D tackles are obviously bricked. I hate the fact that for rush D tackles, all they care about speed and finesse move. It's like, well, what about the power moves? It don't matter. Like, well, that's kind of stupid, don't you think? But it's EA. Kenyon and Sufferance. Who's Blake Thompson? Is that my number 1 corner? Number 5 corner. Oh. You know what? I'll do that. Sufferant and Thompson went up. I'll do that. My nose tackles are also fucked up because why would we have any of them the way they're supposed to be? Okay, we're good to sim. Did that say have a top 75 class? Is that what that just said? Yeah. End the season ranked in the top 25. Currently, I'm ranked 8th. Holy shit. Win the conference. Bet. Bet, 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 and more bet. Dion Chin. That's a name. For sure. Mr. Chin. Ooh. I like how there's one center and he's a gem. Super lucky. Hey, 11 likes. Appreciate y'all. If you guys can, be sure to like the stream. It does help promote me in the YouTube algorithm and makes me feel better as a content creator. So be sure to smash like. We should absolutely destroy this conference. I don't play a game and I fall one rank. Okay. Bit disrespectful, EA, but whatever. Aw, why is Penn State and Rutgers going after him? Why? Why are you the way that you are? Is that a cell, by the way? No. Got a shitload of home games, so no need to rush this. We'll get the back to pair. I love how the game told me he's a busted gem, and then the game's like, nope, he's an actual good player now. Screw you, buddy. I also think it's a new bug, too, with the pop-up animation. The fake out. This guy actually sucks. This guy's not that bad. It'll show you the bad one, but then the good one pops up. It's really weird. Very EA of them. Well, what do we beat Central Michigan by? I'm hoping by a lot. Well, we won, which is cool. Beat them by 20. Sweet. QB had a pretty good day. Lots of carries between the running backs. My not slot receiver had a pretty good day. Let's go and do a little playbook change real quick. I think I know how this playbook works, considering it's a run-heavy playbook. I think it's in the same vein as Michigan, where you don't want your number one receiver to be in the slot, I think. Because I believe Glenn Biggers will always be lined up on the X, which will allow him to get more stats, I think. We'll see, though. Damn, they're a 59 overall. Y'all falling off the wagon in Middle Tennessee. I'm giving it my best my best guess to stay in this. Randy Skaggs, please don't commit to the guys with tier 5 pipelines. Come to me, the national champion, please. Hey, we won. Sweet. Unfortunately, for the rest of the year, I'm going to have the win or loss spoiled for me based off our AD challenge. 44-7. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Keep the good times rolling. Maryland, can you fuck the fuck off, please? I have trauma of you from my other league. Well, maybe we have a chance, guys. Maybe we can beat Penn State. For the center. Maybe. Possibly. One could say allegedly. Nah, we're gonna get smoked. Why that gigantic program is going after a random 3-star center for free, I have no idea, but they did. Which now screws me. Ball State. Does Ball State get in our way? I doubt it. We're kind of crushing guys right now, so. We win. Love to see it. It's funny because we started at such a high rank this year going into the season that as long as we don't lose a game, we should be fine for making the playoffs again. Wow, Penn State got the 3-star. Crazy. Next. Week 5. Got a verbal. We're getting there. Akron, Akron, Akron. Let's see. We have an Indiana-esque schedule, so. Let's go ahead and schedule you. This can be one of two options. Or it's neither. I can't math properly. We'll see. A commit, though, would be great. Let's beat the Akron Zips. Kind of weird to, like, name yourself after a zipper, but they do. Got more verbals. Would love a hard commit. Thank you. And we are number 8. We are slowly losing our rank by winning our games. I don't blame the committee because we are playing absolute crap opponents, but we have been slowly drifting from 5 to 7, now to 7 to 8. Which is not good. Also, Florida State can jump us for this running back because our grades are so bad. Which is, again, fun that we're losing crappy JUCOs to big dogs, but it be that way. It be that way. San Jose State. Let's see. More hard commits. Yes. We lost to San Jose State. Are you kidding me? San Jose State is the school that breaks the streak. Final score 14-7. We scored 7 points. Quarterback played fine. How the hell did we lose? We averaged 5 yards per carry with both running backs. I don't understand how we just lost this game. My defense even got 2 picks. Like, how do we gain that many yards of offense and not kick field goals? We didn't even go for it on 4th down. How the fuck did we lose this game? Penalties. Penalties is the reason we lost the game. They had 300 total yards of offense, and they had 100 yards of penalties. A third of their yards was just penalties. Okay, well, I wasn't expecting to have back-to-back undefeated years, but I wasn't expecting my first loss to be a 14-7 game to San Jose State. That's... okay. Oh, I lost the game because of a fucking commit go there. I swear to God, you are more prone to get fucked in sim when you have a commit there versus no commit being there. I swear it's an actual thing. I swear more often than not you lose games where you have 4 and 5 stars and 3 stars there. Whatever. As long as we don't blow the rest of our schedule, we should easily make the conference championship, which should allow us to easily, well, win the conference and get out of this fucking conference. Get more points for more grades for more money. 13 likes, hell yeah. I'm tired of all these JUCO guys being good. Wait, he's a gem? This game is so bugged. This game is unironically so fucking bugged. If you guys go back and rewind the stream, he had the red gem animation. And when I scrolled off of him and scrolled back onto him, it was still red. It only fixed back to being green after I removed somebody off the board. That's nice. Well, after an absolute shit game versus San Jose State, again, don't know how we lose the game, but we do, so that's fun. Does crush our hopes of going back-to-back playoff bound, but oh well. I might as well get off this recruit. I'm not going to win. The loss to San Jose State is going to kill me. I'm going to eventually just get slowly jumped. Ah. I mean, maybe we win out the rest of our schedule and still somehow squeak in. I doubt it, but the point of having a cupcake schedule is not to lose to said cupcake, but we somehow did. Hey, we're 16 now. We're slowly crawling back into it. Slowly but surely. Hey, they pulled off. Sweet. I'll take it. That was going to be a pain in the ass to fight for. What am I doing? I can't schedule him. I got 20 hours left. Duh. Well, 3 in for NIU. Please don't do any weird shit, please. That 2 hard commits? No, just 1. Hey, we're ranked 14 now. We're somehow going up with this piece of shit schedule. I don't know how we keep going up, but we're going up, so. Maybe one loss won't kill our entire year. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, he's maxed out, and all of his upgrades will go to elusiveness, which stinks, but EA, their auto upgrade system, very good. 4-4, New Mexico Lobos. We'll do Air Force. We'll do Air Force. We're kind of making big distance up, so. Neutral offers might be fine. Are there any 2-star or 3-star fullbacks left? They're almost all gone. The fact I have to go after a fullback in week 0 is actually insane. Like, that is some actual stupid shit. Ooh. You're a wee bit expensive, but I'll take it. Looks like that TCU player is going to win the Heisman. Which will be the first time I've ever seen a TCU player do that. So, I'm assuming the coach left and got replaced with an actual good playbook. Guard has hard committed. Nice, nice, nice. Now we're top 10. We had that one loss that dropped us to 17, and now we're back into the top 10. This is just astounding. Big fella, could you just please commit? This is dragging on way too much. Big fella. You a gem. You're not a gem, but you got 95 speed. Holy shit. For a user gameplay league, that'd be nuts. Because I feel like nobody would pursue the JUCO. I was hoping you weren't a gem. Because to win this recruit is going to cost me so much money. It's going to cost me so much money. Man, this could be so many things. This is a literal shot at the dark. Or shot in the dark, I should say. Realistically, I don't win, because Cal has such a massive lead over me, but I'll try. Not like I have many choices available anyways. We are going. 2-7 Hawaii. Please don't beat me. You're 2-7. You suck. We won. We are on the tip of the playoffs. If we could just win out, I think we're in. Because we're going to have a conference championship thrown in there, I'm pretty sure. And if we don't have a conference championship thrown in there, I don't know what to do, but we should. Hey, we just jumped them. Nice. That little bit of money went a very long way. I'm getting crappy edge setters. Oh, we didn't hit it? Damn. If we got the soft sell last week, we might have had a chance. But no sell means we pretty much got no chance. We tried. Oh, well. You can't blame us for trying. Just sucks, though, that we kind of got to the point of the year where there's really no 3-stars you can scout. They're all gone. And I could go after a 4-star, but they're so expensive just for most of them to be bad. It's... Yeah, that TCU player, I don't know if it's a receiver, a quarterback, a running back, whatever, but that TCU player has been the #1 odds-on Heisman favorite the entire year. If he doesn't win the Heisman, I will be shocked. And it comes down to the final game of the season. Big, big, big win. Ooh, we fucked up the hard sell. That's bad. Ouch. That's going to cost me money. That'll cost me lots of money. We got a recruiting battle with him? There's no shot. I mean, we're going to get jumps, but... Call the boosters, man. I wish... I mean, I don't want to, like, give EA... I like to give them good ideas, not bad ideas. But it'd be kind of cool if next year Rainmaker and Visionary aren't paywalled and or arbitrarily locked perks and just have them normally in the game, but like to flesh them out. Like, is it just me, or does it look unnatural to have a perk category with only 4 perks? Like, doesn't that just look weird? Like, every perk category in this game has a top row and bottom row of perks, and this is the, like, these 2 perks make their own row. Like, legitimately, you could combine Visionary and Rainmaker to make one category. So, like, I wish there was more of these kind of perks in the game. Obviously, don't paywall them. But it's EA. So they do what they do, regardless if it's the right thing to do. What the hell do I do with 150 hours? Is there a 4-star I can go after? Which one of you 4-stars wants to get paid the absolute bag, but only when you're good? Okay, I know I shouldn't do this. That's a 98 speed running back. I know this year they specifically juiced players to have higher athletic stats. So this is probably a normal dev bait running back, but he's 98 speed. I don't care if he's bait. That's a 98 speed running back. That's actually insane. He's probably going to go to Texas, but 98 speed is wild. EA stands for extremely ass. That's actually a great thing, Carver. I'm going to totally steal that and then print that on some t-shirt for some merch. That's funny. We're a top 6 team in the country. Holy shit. I mean, if you just ignore that one bullshit loss to San Jose State, we haven't lost a game in 2 years. So, hell yeah. Purdue, can you don't fuck with me, please? Shocker, the corner that was like 99% committed to Cal. Crazy. I'm in shock. Anyways. Considering how much we run the ball, getting 2 really good running backs wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but they're also fairly expensive considering we are still a 2-star. I think that the main 2 downsides to this playbook, though, is you just don't pass. And passing playbooks are kind of important for Sim. That's how you mostly get your offense, is by passing, so. I shouldn't fire him because I don't really have the money to replace him. But just in case we can find a coordinator that does have high base interest, we don't have to pay him as much. Also, winning this game would secure me an extra, like, $65, which would make a big deal. I mean, they're a 67 overall team. We should just murder them. They're so beneath us. But it's in EA fashion. This would also be the game that we would somehow lose. So, we'll see. Any chance these 4-stars can just hold off till the end of the season where I become a 3 or 4-star program, which will result in me getting more money? Be cool if you did. Can we beat UNLV, who we have almost a 30 overall advantage over, to secure our second conference championship and our right to the playoff? Let's see. Running back got player of the week. National player of the week. I'm getting concerned we lost. Never mind, we won, thank God. See, that's the thing, Carver, is logically speaking, you would be correct. If you can dictate the pace of the game and kind of force the pressure to go where you see fit, then yeah. But the thing about it is, with how retarded the computer is, the computer will literally call inside zone 3 plays in a row and lose 3 yards every single inside zone and then punt. That's the problem with every running playbook, including North Dakota State, by the way. I know we're winning a lot now, which is cool, but the problem with the running playbooks is the computer will never stop running. Even when running is not working, they will still run the ball, which is a problem. If only the AI wasn't so retarded, it'd be cool if, like, you could set the AI up to be like, hey, I want you to prioritize the run over the pass, but if we start losing, or if we start getting below, like, 2 yards per carry, can we stop spamming the run? Like, if there was a way to, like, basically tell the AI, if we're getting 3+ yards per carry, keep running the ball. If we're getting less than 2 yards per carry, stop running the fucking ball, please. Can't tell if that was a TCU player who was... Ooh, that Colorado receiver's nasty. He has the most touchdowns, he'll probably win. And that's kind of the opposite problem with the passing playbooks, is that with the passing playbooks, they never not work. Passing playbooks always work. I'm shocked that Terry Shelton just won that award. Running playbooks just don't work when you can't run the ball. But passing playbooks only fail because your QB runs too much. There's no downside to using a passing playbook, but there's a massive downside to using a running playbook. Well, I just gained a shitload of dynasty points for making the playoffs. Excuse me? Where's my money? Excuse me? Excuse me, where's my money? Where's my money? I just accomplished all my challenges, and I'm broke. Where's my money? I finished the season ranked top 25, and I just won my conference title game. Where's my money? What the fuck? I should have a bare minimum 400 and... What the fuck? Well, I'm not going to have a chance to sign my coordinators now. I knew I would get some more money upon winning the conference, but... Oh, well. 10-3 Michigan. 1900 XP. Did we win or did we lose? Holy shit, we won. Unlocked Program Builder. That's insane. I've unlocked Program Builder. Are you fucking trolling me? I just lost my OC. Well, I was gonna make a joke. How, like, it's cool I have all this money now, but I don't have any money because I don't have any coordinators. Matt Patricia, I would so hire you if I could, but you're literally 100 times my budget. Is there any elite recruiter who's cheap, who fits my scheme? He's 81% interest in my school. Obviously, I've had money, but I don't have that. Next year I will be, though. I have a conference championship and a playoff win, so next year we should be loaded. Carver, oh, I forgot to ask about the Virginia user Al Pete Thamel report. That had me rolling. Is that the AI thing you were talking about in Discord, Carver? I think it was. Yeah, some guys are going crazy with the AI. Do we have any ETA on when they're going to release the update that'll fix the week 0 scouting issue? Can we beat Utah? I believe that's a yes. Holy shit, you guys. Oh my god, we're playing Nevada. Oh my god. Nevada's playing Nebraska in the semis. Of course my guy is going to accept the offer. Of course. Bro, if we fucking win this game, it's also maybe a hot take, chat. I really don't care. But if no coach is giving an offer, or not coach, if no coordinator is not receiving any other offers, meaning if I go up to Mr. What's his name? If I go up to Alonzo Carter and give this motherfucker a dog shit deal, I don't care what he's asking for. I don't care. If he has no offers like he currently has, he has no offers. He should just auto commit to my school. All right, that may be a hot take, but he should just commit to me. That's like the entire point of you don't have any other jobs. I'm giving you a job. I am about to make the fucking national championship. Would you like to work for me? Yeah, I'm not paying you a lot this year, but next year you can ask quadruple the rate and I'm going to have to pay for it. So, can we beat Nebraska? I think I had it spoiled for me. We lost. Darn. Not a bad season, though. Not a bad season. So last year we went 17-0 and won the Natty. This year we made it all the way to the semis and lost to Nebraska and San Jose State. We had 2 losses in 2 years. That's a rough one. Don't know who the fuck you are, but not bad. We had an overtime thriller versus Michigan. We had a 3-point win versus Utah. And we got blown out by 14 points against Nebraska. I don't understand why we threw the ball so much. Got blown out in the first half, and just literally nobody scored the entire second half. That's crazy. That's cool, Jones. Anyone can put any playbook out and say anything about it and say it's qualified, so. Two losses in 2 years is not bad. Not too shabby. I'm going to go ahead and assume we're no longer a 2-star program, right? Let's just go ahead and buy this. Screw it. I got lots of money. Not much swing. Not much. I think, I actually discovered the best computer sim playbook in the game. Say I, but someone I know discovered it. I'll be playing with it later on to give it some scrutiny. I knows a guy who knows a guy. Yeah. However, this guy, I actually have proof. I'll show you in a moment. So, the guy that I know bashed me over the head with it. So, I was firsthand victim for this shit. He wants 205 to come back. You know what? I'll pay you 205. I'm not even against that. 205's not that bad. To bring this receiver back, he wants 350. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening for either of these receivers. Yeah, I'm not spending 500 NIL on a receiver in a playbook that doesn't throw the ball. Hey, good night, William. I will see you in the next one, fam. Take care. Yeah, in a playbook in which we have about 500 rushing yards a year, there is no reason, or rushing yards, 500 rushing attempts per year, there's no reason to ever re-sign receivers. There's no point. They literally don't get the ball enough in this offense to be worth my money. And the rest is normal dev, normal dev, normal dev, normal dev, normal, and then expensive. So now that I have that done, so just to show you, me and my friend, my boy Joe, we do these rebuild battles where I get a team, he gets a team, and we rebuild it. We pick challenges, yada, 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 and we go for it. And my Boise playbook has been beating his ass. And so he hit the lab and was finding his own playbook to beat my Boise playbook, which, spoiler alert, doesn't happen, or didn't happen. He's like 0 for 6 or 0 for 7 against me. He's not beaten me a single time yet. However, even though he can't beat me to save his life, he doesn't lose to anyone else. I just watched this motherfucker go basically back-to-back undefeated seasons against the AI. This was the season he just had with his QB, by the way. 6,200 yards, 61 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, with a damn near 80% completion percentage. Easily the best singular sim season I have ever seen. he was averaging 400 yards per game. And then if you look at his rushing numbers, his QB had another fucking 500 yards on the ground with 9 rushing TDs. But Beastly, of course you're going to have high passing numbers in an air raid playbook. His running back had almost 1,500 yards and 21 touchdowns. So it doesn't matter if you look at the passing numbers or if you look at the rushing numbers. His team was insane. And yeah, like I mentioned, I beat him twice. He had, as you guys can see, I had the number 2 offense with 7,300 yards of offense. He beat me by almost 1,200 yards of offense. He had the most passing yards in this league, simulation, by the way, by 1,200 yards. And then rushing yards, he was only like 300 rushing yards away from having that record too. So unequivocally, the best singular offensive season I've ever seen. So after we get done testing the North Dakota State playbook, I will then go test that playbook, because aside from me, he's not yet to beat me. I'm like, again, I am 0 and no. He's 0-7 or 0-8 against me, which means I'm 7 or 8-0 against him. But literally every other computer that's not me, he beats them by like 40-ish points a game. So in terms of straight simulation, I think he has the best playbook in the game. So now, mind you, his team's also, like, really good, which does factor into it, but the main problem you guys have noticed with my live streams is that it feels like no matter how good my offense is or defense, they just randomly lose. With that playbook, the better your team is, the better it does. So I won't have that problem, theoretically, ever again. We'll see. Which playbook was that? I'm not telling you guys. You guys gotta wait and find out. I'll give you a hint, Jones. It's a playbook that no one has used and or no one has recommended to be used yet. It is in fact a off-the-cuff playbook. It is a off-the-cuff playbook. It's a you know what? I'll give you another hint. Not just as a playbook that we've not that we haven't used or tested yet. It's also on a team that doesn't have a good offense in real life. This team is a defensive team, but their offensive playbook went crazy. Beastly gonna save that for the Sim League? Nah, Beastly gonna save that for his own stream. That way Beastly can do it himself. If I had a nickel for every time someone came and told me, oh my god, I have the best blah 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 since blah blah blah, I would be a billionaire. The only reason I'm taking this one seriously is because, again, he bashed me over the head with it. So clearly, it works. And I have seen firsthand it works. So I'm not going to have to question if it works. I'm going to have to question how he did that. That's... And my boy instructed me that when I'm done testing the North Dakota State playbook to hit him up, he'll give me the shit, and we'll test it. But yeah, it's good against everyone that's not Boise State. Because again, he's not beaten me once yet, so. In every head-to-head, I've always won. In every other sim game, he's never lost. Again, his average margin of victory is like 40 points. It's some stupid number. Literally, if I don't make the playoff and beat him, he doesn't lose. I am the only person that could stop him from just running through the sim league. Which is kind of a problem, because if I don't make the playoffs, I'm fucked. Or he's fucked. Or you get the point. We're fucked. But in like a solo league like this, where I'm playing there, I'm simulating the whole thing by myself. Oh, it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. I'll just grab all these safeties. Why not? It was a veer and shoot. If you think it was a veer and shoot, then go crazy. But I am not going to disclose that information until I am 100% sure that it's as good as advertised. It also could be like he had a really easy schedule, but the whole scheduling debate kind of gets thrown out when like you're thrashing the playoff teams by the same margin. So it's like, okay, it's like, sure, maybe it's scheduling, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, but it's like, for a fact, you still did that in the playoffs. So we're also several years down the road as well. Our teams are a little better than the average duck. And just so you guys are curious, he did do that with a dual threat quarterback. He has used it against me with a pocket passing quarterback, and the numbers aren't much different. Obviously, the pocket passing QB will have less rushing yards, like no shit, but in terms of the passing numbers, it's almost the same. So whether you got a scrambler or a pocket passer, it functions pretty much the exact same. SDSU, ULM, Iowa. You guys can keep name dropping the names. I'm not going to tease. I'm not going to help you at all. I'm going to give my guy his moment. If my guy got, in fact, discovered the best playbook in the game, I got to give him his flowers. I'm not going to take credit for someone else's success. I would never. But that's also assuming it works more than, you know, the very small sample size of like 3 times. Or 3 times now. The 3 seasons we did. But, I mean, as I'm going to repeat myself here because I feel like some of you guys aren't listening. He's yet to beat me. And he has a stacked super squad. And I have like an 88 to like 90 overall team with Vanderbilt. And I have yet to lose to him. So if you want to use it in the sim league, you can. But if you play a Boise State user, which I would assume most people are going to be using Boise State because it's probably the best playbook that I have used definitively. So it will lose. It can lose. However, when you're not playing a person and you're not playing against the Boise State playbook, it kind of go crazy. So we're still trying to figure out why the Boise State playbook just shits on it. I have a theory it's because of his aggressiveness settings, but like I've mentioned, we gotta test that shit out before But if it keeps working for him, and then he gives it to me, and then it works for me, y'all might be getting the best playbook video, finally. It took us like 2 months, but the video might be releasing, finally. Took a long-ass time. But we're here. Cameron, I was running the North Dakota State playbook as well. It's giving me like 3,000 passing yards and 3,000 rushing yards. Yeah, I haven't used it with like a good team, Cameron, but I have only lost 2 times in the last 2 years with the playbook. And I'm still using the crappy Nevada team, so if I can average 1 loss or 0 losses per year with the playbook for CFB 27, that's pretty good. Now, as we know, coming down the pipe is a crazy abomination that I cannot wait to get my hands on, but we'll see. I'm kind of tempted just to give him an offer. Even that he doesn't like it, just to... I mean, there's no way I can offset his money, right? And maybe. Kansas? You guys can keep naming playbooks. I'm not gonna tell you yes or no. That's not how this works. You can keep trying, though. It's kind of cute. Wouldn't it be more your defense playbook that shuts him down? It seems weird your offense playbook would be the one that matters. No, Schnoz. Your offense matters way more than your defense does. If you score, I think it's like 17 points. I forget the exact number. But if you score a specific number of points on the AI, it changes how the AI works. Example, if the AI is beating you by several touchdowns, the AI will go into chew clock mode. Which means it'll just do run, 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 punt every time. And vice versa, right? If you're winning by a lot, it'll go into chew clock mode, which is just run, 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 run. It basically just runs until it either scores or kicks the field goal. If your offense can score 20 points in the first quarter, the rest of the game, your defense doesn't really have to play defense because the CPU will only pass the ball. So the more your offense scores, the easier it is for your defense to play defense because the other team, the CPU logic will just not compensate. Which, if you're curious, that was the reason why last year we could score over 100 points. Because I believe the number is like probably 25 to 30 points. I forget the exact number, but there's a certain point in the game where the CPU will always go for it on 4th down. Even if it's like 4th and 70, they'll still go for it. Obviously, they're not going to get it. They'll turn the ball over. You'll get the ball back on like the 5-yard line and then score. That's why last year you were able to have those stupid games where you're winning by, again, 100 plus points because the AI is losing by so much that it has to go for on every 4th down. How do you get the AI to do that? Well, you got to score a lot of points. So, if you can find the best offensive playbook in this game, it'll make the rest of the defensive playbook just what defense has to coast. Which is pretty easy. Cameron, that Nevada team did win me a natty. It did. Didn't do it this year, but it did win the natty. Oh, you meant by like when I play my friend? Oh, again, I think the reason why I'm beating him is because of the aggressiveness settings So I think the reason why I'm beating him is because of the aggro. I think if you play with higher aggressiveness settings, I would never beat him, but... Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of spoiling the playbook here. But... Yeah, his aggressiveness settings are really weird. They're really weird. But weird works, so. Weird does work. I think because I was slapping neutral for all these guys, minus the stroke I just had, I think I would have got more players if I had more money. But we'll have more money next year. We're kind of broke right now, but we will get them. I probably should have also increased his money. Oh, well. 13 veer and shoot. 3 of them I know for sure. You've been suggested. Yeah, no, you're not going to find it. Jones, I promise you're not going to find it. I promise you. You can try, but you're not going to find it. The depths of hell you have to go to find this playbook is just, it's not going to happen. The reason why I'm that confident that it will not happen is because it's just, you wouldn't expect to. That's about the best I can say. You wouldn't expect it. Bro, I'm about to give this guy a bag, just be a normal dev running back. But for North Dakota State, having a very good running back is kind of important. Again, I'm not gonna tell you you're right or if you're wrong, but you know what? I'll give you another hint. This team plays in America. They are one of the 55 states, including the U.S. territories. Let's go. Peak the dev traits. Impact dev 4-star. Not the best. Elite dev running back. Love that shit. Star dev receiver. Nice. Holy shit, this halfback's elite dev. Okay, chat. Maybe the 98 speed guys are the wave. Elite dev running back for this playbook. That's disgusting. Corners impact. Edges impact. Other edges impact. Star dev for this edge. Impact. Star dev for the guard. Star dev for this halfback. Lots of good halfbacks. Impact. Star. Impact. Impact. Holy shit. We just recruited like 15 running backs. Damn, son. Damn. I mean, realistically, again, we're doing the North Dakota State challenge right now. I say challenge, but use the playbook, even if it's not that good. It's okay. It's not a bad playbook. I'm not gonna like shit on this playbook. It's not bad, but like, just because we're using North Dakota State, we have to have like 35 running backs on deck. So you never ever see me prioritize the running back thing in talent dev, but for this playbook and this scheme, we gotta max this one out first. We gotta have just a shitload of running backs in this stable to function. Schnoz, so it's not a generic playbook then? Listen, Schnoz. I can confirm it's not a generic playbook. But it is a playbook in the game. So, there you go. I can confirm it's a playbook in the game. And it go burr. Damn, so the Guangdong Tigers? That's hilarious. Yeah, the Guangdong Tiger is a big no-no. You know what? I'm just gonna break all their skill caps. And whatever the best one is, we'll just use that one. And then the shittier ones will just get drafted as, like, first-round picks. Well, see, that's the thing, Schnoz. Even if, like, let's say you guys go, you know, pure luck, full luck, and you guys do somehow stumble across the playbook, which you're not going to, you also have to figure out the settings, which I also believe none of you are doing. So, the aggro is really weird. Because as you saw, like, you got to have high enough aggression to where you actually throw the football. But you can't have too high of aggressiveness to where, you know, you just only throw the football. Like in my running backs. Oh, we don't have any tight ends. Which is probably a problem. Do I have anyone that can actually play tight end? This guy's a 75 overall freshman receiver. Holy shit. You can go play tight end for a year. We'll go for some tight ends next year. I feel like that's also fucking with this offense of not having big, blocky, meaty tight ends. He's like 6'5", 200 is a perfect size for a tight end, but I don't want to ruin a receiver. Actually, he sucks. He can go play tight end. This guy can't catch the ball. He can't be a receiver. Well, that decision was made pretty quickly for me. Dude can't catch. My O-line is an O-line of all time, for sure. Who's my highest overall lineman? A 73? Oh, a 75. Yeah, Schnoz. God bless whoever ends up trying to just discover that info, because that shit's basically locked under Fort Knox. You ain't gonna find that shit. Not now, not ever. Can't confirm the playbook has plays. How dare you, Cameron? I thought we were supposed to keep this shit a secret, man. How dare you spoil that the playbook has plays? That's not cool, man. That's not cool. What's next? You're gonna tell me that fucking audibles are also in the game? Like, what is this? You mean I can't just call the Ask Madden play and have it always work every time? Or Ask Coach, I should say. Not Madden. This is not Madden, but O-line sucks. Our O-line is dog shit. But who cares? We can fix that problem down the road. And by down the road, I mean next year. Dear God, I have like 1,000 seniors. I have no strong safeties. Oh, shit. Well. Do I have a normal dev corner? I do. I have several normal dev corners. Okay. Normal dev senior corner. Go play strong safety, please. Which, again, this should be fine because we don't have any money because we've been a 2-star program this entire time. Now, we're a 3.5 star, so we're going to have more money now. Thank God. It will be Cameron, but it's also going to be a monumental pain in the ass because the visionary perk also makes them cost more money. So I was testing it earlier today, and it does make them cost more money. So it's a catch-22. It's really cool that with the visionary perk, anyone becomes a first-round pick, but it's very bad because it makes your roster almost twice as more expensive as it used to be. So yeah, it is not all sunshine and rainbows with the visionary perk. It's really good early on when you don't have any pro potential and you just gotta shit out draft picks. But if you if you rewind the stream a little bit, I had normal dev players asking for like $500. I'm not paying them that. That's never going to be an option. I am never giving you that much money. And they weren't even that high of an overall either. They were like an 80, 84, 85. And they were asking for just ludicrous amounts of money. But that's because they were also a first-round pick, so... Like, my goal for this year is to get literally all these dudes drafted. And they should. They're 85s. They honestly should have already got drafted, but... don't quite know why they keep coming back, but they do. Well, I don't like the fact this guy's my second best running back on my team with 79 carrying. Ugh. That's concerning. Good news, though, is we don't need running backs for like 4 years. So that's good. Ooh, it's the first time I've had a fullback I can actually upgrade, finally. I'm gonna crank up the IQ first. But I don't normally recruit fullbacks, and I probably won't be recruiting fullbacks for the rest of this series. This was just simply a meme guy that we saw that was pretty funny, and we were like, yo, what if? I think if I do actually want blockers on my line, or on my as a fullback, I'm gonna grab a athlete lineman and just move them over, but This fullback was a 2-star we found pretty early on to be a good blocker, and that's why he is here. He's 73 speed, so he's a demon. If I find out, I won't spill the he'll let you. Hell yeah, Jones. Hell yeah. I don't think you will find it out, but best of hunting. I wouldn't have figured it out, so. But that's how these things work. You underestimate me. I don't underestimate you. I just, after hearing the process it took my friend to get to this conclusion, I don't think you're gonna get there. Maybe you can, but you have to do a very oddly specific formula to get that result. So your average Joe is not gonna put 2 and 2 together like that and get the right answer. I mean, considering the fullback actually runs with the football in this offense, a blocking running back would definitely be better for me than a athlete lineman, but the issue with that is that getting a good blocking running back's kind of hard. Like, they're one of those archetypes that, like, when you do find a generational athlete blocker or a fullback running back, they're, you know, that's cool, but I feel like specifically in this game compared to last year, most of the good running backs are east-west playmakers, elusive bruisers, or backfield threats. I really don't see that many blockers anymore. And north-south receivers. I just don't see them as much anymore in Spawn. They're very unimpressive. Which is fair, because I feel like last year there was too many of them. Like, I feel like last year they were the most common thing to spawn. Which is just not realistic, because most running backs aren't blockers. They're running backs. They run the ball, and then there's the evolution of the scat back, but again, they're not the main running back. Why is your deep route running so bad? Why is your catching so bad? What the hell? This guy go to the University of Georgia to get brick for hands? Like, he's an 80, but, like, shows you how bullshit the overall system is in this game. This guy should not be an 80. He's 73 catching traffic. He's good spec catch, but this guy sucks. The Lion King? It is. This guy's getting all speed. It's the 82 speed guy. 83, my bad. This is the 83 speed guy. And you're catching all speed there, buddy. No receiver will ever be on my field with 83 speed. That is disgusting. Well, freshman year, we fixed his speed problems. Now we can just fix everything else. This guy's hard capped at like 70 catching. Ooh. But again, we don't really throw to receivers too often in this playbook, so. Which means if this game wasn't complete hot garbage, I'd be recruiting the gritty possession guys for better blocking, but I don't think blocking for a wide receiver matters. Hot take, but I don't think it does anything. You're a sophomore. That was not worth it. I can't upgrade your run blocking? That sucks. I don't know, Cameron. I feel like players don't really make that big of a difference. I think playbooks matter far more than everything else. Oh, this guy can't catch or run a route to save his life. But he's fast, though. 90 speed. For run blocking wide receivers? Yeah, I mean, I just don't think Sim really works like that. It should, but... Like, if you got a whole elite-ass offensive line, your running back should have insane numbers. And if your running back is really good and your O-line's good, she should be throwing up some Hall of Fame numbers, but it doesn't work like that. I mean, last year, I almost won the Natty with an entire O-line. And I have 60 overall players on my line. Like, my O-line is so dog shit that, realistically, if I were to snap the ball with this team, I'd be insta-sacked every play. But that's how the game has always worked, so. Even if your O-line can't block, they will still block in Sim. Why? Couldn't tell you. Ask EA. Oh, yeah, for playing the games, yeah. The players I'm recruiting now would be distinctly different from the players I'd be recruiting in the gameplay league. Holy crap, dude, you are so bad. You're a 75 with... Ew. But then again, though, Cameron, considering how often dudes get pancake blocked in this game, I don't even know if that matters anymore. Like, I was going to say you want good blockers in this game because the pancakes, but I've seen dudes pancake linebackers, corners, and safeties with, like, 5'5" receivers, so I don't even think it matters in this game. I think legit when you snap the ball, it's like a coin flip if the receiver becomes prime Larry Fitzgerald or Vincent Jackson, or if your receiver blocks like Jeremiah Smith in the semifinal. You just don't know how the receivers block play to play, which is very odd. He's weak and slow. It's a hell of a combo. Oh, no, I agree with you, Cameron. And that's the other thing is, it's one thing... I gotta pause my music real quick. It's one thing if, like, EA can't fix the problem. It's like, okay, well, they try, they can't. But specifically this year, they promised that the game would not be playbook focused. Like, that is literally word for word what they said. Like, this year, the white guy from Chicago, who used to work for 2K, said word for word verbatim, we're changing the sim to not focus on playbooks. He said that word for word, like multiple times, across multiple interviews. He wants stats to matter, not playbooks. And that was one of a few reasons why I got hyped for this game. And he is full of shit. And I would argue that this game is even worse than it used to be. I feel like now you could have the best players in the game, and they're just gonna suck. But that's how it should be coded, right? Like, my running back could be amazing with 99 everything, but what does it matter if my running back has amazing stats if the moment I snap the ball, my tackles just get their brains beaten? Right? Like, Saquon Barkley is a generational running back. Saquon Barkley can't play football in the Giants because their O-line was one of the worst O-lines of all time. So, like, it does, like, your O-line, and this is not really an opinionated statement, this is a factually proven statement. Your O-line matters far more with your running back success than the running back does. In fact, speaking with the whole Saquon Barkley analogy, Saquon Barkley magically didn't forget how to play running back for the Giants and then was amazing for the Eagles. The Eagles have one of the best lines in football. Their line was so good, they could put random running backs back there, like the Sanders dude. I forget his name. But that running back sucked. Like, he's an ass running back, but he had a great career and got a bag from the Panthers because the Eagles line was so good. Like, and like another Eagles running back I can think of is like a Miles Sanders, thank you. The Adai. I forget his actual name. He's like French. But he had that one pop-off year with the Dolphins and then got a Supermax contract from the Eagles. And then just fell off a cliff the very next year. But even he had good numbers because, shocker, every running back behind the Eagles O-line was going to put up numbers because the Eagles O-line's fucking fantastic. I wish that could be coded into the sim logic, please. Like, your O-line should matter. Same thing with passing numbers. I feel like if your O-line sucks, you shouldn't be passing for 10,000 yards. Is that not common sense? Jay Ajayi? Okay, there we go. That's his name. But yeah, I feel like you should not be able to pass for 1 billion yards if your O-line is filled with 12 overall linemen. Like, the fact I'm getting away with winning all these games with this offensive line is disgusting. But the game just doesn't value O-linemen like that. So, like... yeah, like, legit. I should snap the ball and my entire team should just explode because my O-line's trash. And vice versa, right? You should be punished for having a bad O-line, but you also should be rewarded for having a good O-line. Like, it would make sense if any quarterback would do well in your offense if you have a bunch of 95 plus overall linemen, because they're going to have 25 years in the pocket to pass the ball. But what do I know? I'm just some random guy on the internet. What do I know? Because to me, that would actually be a very healthy, cohesive change to the game. Like, it'd be really healthy if, like, rather it being playbook-based or stat-based, it's scheme-based. Like, Signetti didn't just win the national championship because he had the best team in football. He won the national championship because he had the best scheme in football with players who play to his scheme. Like, I feel like having personnel that fits your scheme should matter far more than everything else. And then, if you have two teams with very good schemes, then the difference should be personnel. But if you have two teams with good schemes and good personnel, then the third tiebreaker should be the playbook. That should be the order of operations for the sim logic. I have to kick someone out this conference. It's probably UCF. They're a 2-star. JK, it's Kansas. They're a 1.5. Or how could you be a 1.5-star school? What is this shit? Do I just throw Notre Dame in the Pac-12? That'd be kind of funny. Motherfucker, dude. Okay, after wasting about 5 minutes of my life doing this. By me changing every conference to a 9-game schedule, it should fix the weird rankings problem. What I've noticed is the CPU has a very hard time doing playoff rankings with 8-win conferences. So, if you make every conference a 9-conference schedule season, it makes the playoffs less finicky. From my experience. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of save Notre Dame to whenever I like need to bump up a shit conference, I normally just default to them. I'll probably move them though, eventually. So yeah, my you think we're loaded with cash we're really not. We got 1,600 staff points, which, don't get me wrong, 1,600's a lot. Last year we had like 250. But I have to repay a coordinator this year and next year. So I can't do much with this, is the point I'm getting to. Because I have to fire my OC, find an elite recruiter, hire him in the carousel, then in next season rehire him. So I'm going to be strapped for cash, staff point wise. And my coach is asking for 200, which means I'm going to have to pay him like probably 500 to 600. So yeah, I really just don't have conference points like that. So I would like to use these other two spots for something because they're open, but I don't have the money to repay my coordinators and have purple perks. So now next year I should have the money because I shoot about 1,300 on my facilities. I'm going to really need to hit my goals. That's for sure. I'm going to have to really hit my goals. Otherwise, I'm cooked. I am absolutely cooked. I need money. If you want to play A&M and Ohio State in the non-con, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. Oh, they're a scheduled game. Okay, that's cool. Well, this is going to be kind of awkward because I was kind of hoping to get some 4 stars this year, and we really can't afford 4 stars. I lied, actually. I fibbed. Actually, I didn't lie. I don't have my elite recruiter OC anymore. So I won't be able to afford these linemen. Like, even if I have the money, I don't have any perks buffing me. And I basically have no pipelines, so... It's also fucking 3 button clicks per, which will chew through my hours so fast. Yeah, in hindsight, I was kind of a moron to rehire my defensive coordinator the year I'm going after offensive linemen. I should have let my DC walk and rehired my OC, but it's fine. Jones, auto recruiting is surprisingly not horrible this year. I'm just using it to test playbooks, and we're number 2 class through week 4. It's okay. Auto recruiting's not bad, but it's still shit. The CPU doesn't scout if they're good or bad, so you will have red gem or red bus all over your screen. And they also don't really clean the board, so if they get too many guys that get recruited in front of them, they'll just waste space. But it's a lot better than it used to be, so. It went from being an F to about a C. I would like to see that to be more of an A or a B, but to some people, C is good enough. You strive for mediocrity. Man, I kind of wish we won the Natty last year again, just to go back to back. Because then we wouldn't be a 4, we'd be a 5. But can you just stop giving me bus, please? Holy shit. Cameron, it's not the strat, but your coordinators matter a ton in this. Because I'm not going after elite recruiter myself, which means if I don't have elite recruiting coordinators, I'm fucked. So if I was going after elite recruiter myself, I wouldn't care. But I'm going down talent developer, and then after I'm done with talent developer, probably into program builder and into CEO. So it's gonna be probably 10 plus years before I get elite recruiter, if I'm being honest. So those elite recruiting coordinators I need to keep on my roster, but one of them became a head coach last year, and I'm fucked. Oh, it should be, Cameron. It's ridiculously overpriced at the moment, but EA will get around to fixing it probably next year because it takes them that much time and energy to change a couple of numbers on a fucking spreadsheet, but it do. Or never. That's also true. Or never is a possibility. See, where's my other right end? There you are. Ooh, he is team player. I'm actually going to keep him at Will and move the other guy to Sam. That's cool. I get to use the ability the way it's supposed to be used. That's awesome. Shadows in the night. Final Sim season chat, we can call it a stream. Need Butcher and Newcomb. Well, if EA would just make a good product, people would spend money. People don't want to spend money because they feel scammed out of a product that doesn't fucking work. Am I right, chat, or am I right? I'm right. Damn, I was missing 4 stars like that? Shit. Oh, you're a bust. This might be the worst 4-star offensive lineman class I have ever witnessed. Holy shit. Really? I scouted every center, every guard, and like half the tackles. And I found 3 gems. Wow, this is an awful class. That is foul, EA. Oh, now you want to give me fucking back-to-back dues when I have no hours left. That's great. Fantastic. Rockstar or literally any other company that just gave a fuck. But giving a fuck and EA don't go together. So last year we were number 5 and then deranked all the way down to 17 and then fell back up. Let's see how this one goes. So here's the thing. I don't mind giving like 4 and 5 stars money if I know they're good. But mentally, it's very hard to wrap my brain around giving someone large quantities of cash and them not be good. So even though I probably should just be recruiting these 4 stars, especially the guys that have me as their #1 interest, I'm not giving them money if they suck. And I don't have the numbers to manually do it like I used to, so. Gems it goes. Okay, we officially have the entire tackle class on the board. Officially. If we can get some gems, that'd be very cool. If not, I'm gonna be mad. I shouldn't have to scout 100 linemen and find 3 gems. Thank you. If any of these athlete linemen want to be good, that'd be cool. You think you found the playbook? You're funny. What's the playbook, Jones? DM me the playbook on Discord. I'll tell you yes or no. I guess the positive is even though there's not that many gems, I can recruit all the guaranteed good ones. Kind of sucks that the guaranteed good ones is like 4 or 5, but what's the exact number? 1, 2, yes, 5. Well, how do we play BYU? Watch us lose the very first game with this playbook. It'd be funny. We won. By how much? See, that's the thing with North Dakota State is like, you're never going to blow anybody out with this playbook. But like, you're also not going to do anything to win. Like, it's kind of a super mid playbook. Like, my QB has 158 yards passing and a touchdown. Like, this playbook is very just mid. And like, as long as your defense plays decent defense, you're going to be fine. But like, when you have to, you know, actually throw the football, I don't know if you can. So if you want to play like defense simulator and run the ball every play, North Dakota State's probably the best playbook I've used so far, but I don't know. I just don't feel like this way of winning is very fun or consistent. I guess consistent's a bit different. We have 2 losses in 2 years. I don't know. It feels annoying that like you're just like okay. Like, you're never going to win the Heisman. You might win the Duke Walker if you're lucky. But the issue with the Duke Walker is you kind of split your carries between lots of running backs, not a running back. So most of your volume is going to get sharked by other teams. Or other teams. Other players on your team. I found my athlete lineman. This could be my future fullback right there. Ain't no way we have, like, no success with O linemen, and then the last, like, 6 of the last 10 linemen were just bangers. That's wild. It's my future fullback right here. Message you? Wrong and wrong. But you were going down the right path. You were like 65% of the way there. You're close though. Very close. Well, I have the O lineman kind of done for now. I have terrible linebackers. Here we go. I can 2-button tap these guys. Nice. Nice. I'll add it to the list, Jones. After I get done playing fullback simulator for a year or two. Yo, player of the week, let's go. Actually, that's what I probably should have named my fucking coach, is just fullback simulator. That's pretty much all this is just fullback. Halfback dive, halfback ISO, halfback up the gut. But hey, it works when, like, you don't have to pass. When you have to pass, you're kind of fucked. But just don't ever have to pass, bro. I feel like, I'll try. I mean, they're both probably 4s. I feel like the difference here is minimum at best. But, Jones, you'll know when you found the right playbook because your quarterbacks will have the exact same numbers, whether they're a pocket passer or a runner. They will put up the exact same stat line, which is the reason why I'm suspecting it's the best playbook in the game. But again, I will not take credit for the playbook. My friend is the one who discovered it, so. And when I mean they put up the exact same stats, I mean, like, up to like the 100-ish yards. Like it's up to 100 yards. On average, your QB should be throwing for at least 6,100 yards on average. On average, you should always win the Heisman with at least 5,000 passing yards, and then if you make the 3 playoff games afterwards, your QB should throw for about 500 in 2 of those 3 games, and then in the national championship throw for about 300. So you could have anything up to 6,500 or as low as 6,100, but you'll know you found the right one where your QB just throws for 6,000 yards every year. Every year. Whether they're a dual threat, pocket passer, pure runner, backfield creator, they just have the same stats. Which is kind of weird, but that's EA. They are the people that do weird shit. We simply have to find the weird and learn the weird. Understand the weird. Become home in the weird. And only then can we deal with their bullshit. But the train of thought you had to get to that playbook is the correct train of thought. Hey, we're the number 3 team in the country, baby. We're 3-0. We're number 3 in the country. Fullback simulator gets to continue, baby. Roll Tide. Go Dogs. Whatever the fuck Michigan does. Only a couple more to go. Yeah, I mean, You'll find it eventually. But to be fair, it's kind of cheating, Jones, that you're even going to find it at all because I gave you so many hints. I gave you so many hints to, like, lower the list. Imagine doing that from the full list of playbooks. It's insane. Oh, beat their ass. Now, my hope is that if my friend was able to stumble upon this absolute stupid playbook with the most stupid, tweaked-ass settings, my hope is that we could do the same thing for defense. That's my hope. But we gotta wait. But if you guys see the best playbook video dropping within the next like 2 weeks, you guys know who gave it to me? My boy Joe. Wait, you're a green gem? Bro, they gotta fix this bug with these green gems. I don't even want to imagine how many green gems I've lost. Because I've removed them off my board because they're red gems, and then I scroll away and then scroll back, and they're green gems again. It's so irritating. The animation pops up of the red gem, and then it like covers up the other person. It's super weird. Well, Jones, you are not the only one that care. I also care, so I appreciate it. Let's beat Arizona State. Hey, 20 likes, appreciate y'all. The fullback simulator continues. Ooh, got a verbal. Five and 0. Yeah, Cameron, it's not very flashy, but it wins. So, if you want like a very, you know what? Actually, this might be the vanilla playbook. Every year, I try to find like a vanilla playbook where it does nothing special, but it's a super safe playbook. This might be the vanilla playbook this year. You just run the ball every play and cross your fingers that you don't have to throw the ball. Because if you don't have to throw the ball, you're fine. You're absolutely cooked if you have to throw the ball, but just don't get to that problem, forehead. Player of the week again. Oh, 2 picks. National Player of the Week. 6-0, baby. 6-0. If I win week 7, he should lock up to me. Actually shocked the guy's not a gem. 88 speed's wild for a linebacker. I guess not. He's a lurker. Never mind. Lurkers have a much higher average speed, so him being fast just makes sense. Not a bad recruiting class so far, though. Got several linemen that'll start down the road. Getting our linebackers fixed now. Looks to me like we're probably making the playoffs this year, so we should jump to a 4-star. And hopefully next year we'll get our coordinators wrapped up. More verbals. Lots of verbals. Ooh, a hard. Another hard. Record-breaking sack performance? Ooh. Is defense just going burr right now? I would like to imagine our offense must be pretty boring to watch. But so is New England's, and they won 7 or 6 championships, so. Would you like the die via sledgehammer or die via stabbing? Take your pick. Damn it, I knew he was going to be a gem. Shit. I'm already top 5. Guess there's really no need to rush it. If I was in danger of getting locked out, I'd be afraid, but... Hey, 21 likes. Appreciate y'all. Why am I backing out? I got 25 hours left. We can scout. Please don't be a gem. Thank you. That would have sucked. Seven and 0, number 4 in the country. Can Oklahoma State stop me? Or will they get squashed like the peasants they are? Yo, Cortez, could you commit, please, big dog? See, I also feel like this is kind of stupid, too. Where, like, there's no competition. It's just me going after you. So, like, if it's just me going after you, you should just auto-commit. You know, like, what is this bullshit of, like, well, maybe someone... No, no one's gonna come help you. It's just me. Get your ass on my team. We can move the fuck on. You can't play hard to get when literally nobody but me. Oh my god, 92 speed. That is a generational linebacker right there. 92 speed. Damn. I'm tempted to give him a supermax, like, off rip. Just because Georgia could come in there at any moment. Clemson can come in there. Obviously, Tennessee's going after him now. Yeah, I'm just going to go straight to a supermax. It's fine. I might be overpaying. I might be able to, like, steal him for cheaper, but... No, I'm going straight to a supermax. That's a 90-anything speed linebacker is insane. Like, that linebacker is so fast, I could generally throw him at corner, and he'd be fine. He has 80 zone and, like, 75 man coverage. Like, that linebacker has better coverage stats than most safeties do in this game. Which is disgusting. Disgusting. Jones can confirm it's a ooh. More commits. Hey, 22 likes now. Appreciate y'all. It does mean a lot. A simple gesture of liking or hyping or commenting on the video may seem very small, but to the YouTube overlords, it does wonders for the content, so I appreciate that. In fact, I'm kind of shocked that 92 speed linebacker is not an athlete. Because normally athletes, linebackers, are the only way you're going to get someone that fast. You can get money. That Supermax was well worth giving. Worth it. Why are you safeties not pop, man? Pop, please. Just spent $2,000 on this class, but got some meaty upgrades. I forget if I have or if I haven't checked corners, but I have not. Holy shit, 98 speed. Last 98 speed person we went after was Elite Dev, so. Can we run this bitch back? Holy shit. Another 98 speed. I'm already into his top 5, so I should be safe from getting locked out. Disgusting. Trash, I agree. What a defensive class. Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel sad for not going harder on defense because I feel like if I would have just punted my O-line this year and saved that shit for the portal and just focused entirely on defense, I feel like there's like 6 generational guys in this class, and I'm only going to get 2 of them. 8-0, by the way. Listen, boosters. Do you guys want generational athletes on your team? Yes or yes? If it's yes, give me your money. If it's yes, I will take your money. But you have no choice. Money will be stolen regardless. Pockets will be run. Show me impact dev. Even if it's impact dev, it's still worth it. It's still worth it. Because speed is so expensive that just upgrading someone to that speed saves me 300 tokens. And chat, we got his hard sell. Let's go. We got the hard sell. We got max money pumped into him. We got the hard sell already. We have a week 12 visit. We should beat Bama for the top 3. If we don't, if we get locked out, I'm going to cry. I was about to say, show me a third one. Show me a third good corner, EA. I mean, at this point, I've already blown $2,000. Let's just keep blowing money. Money is only a number, okay? Who cares if we're financially bankrupt moving forward? We have good players. Which are cool. Because you need good players to do things. Not really. It's more playbook based, but it's a good premises. Any late bloomers? This is my last stop for the night. Do you want to win? Yes or no? I know this is probably never going to happen, but it'd be so cool if, like, in future games, as you're, like, talking to a recruit, you could actually, like, physically do your sales pitch, and I'd be like, we win games. Like, you know, to quote the great Sig Daddy, Google me, man. We've lost 2 games in 3 years. Google me. Yeah, our offense is boring, but we win every game, so who gives a shit? Literally, as I said that, we lose the game. We lost by 1 goddamn point. Bro, how do we lose by a point? Bro, my QB played so well. Oh, that's painful. Why is my 90 overall receiver not catching the ball? Well, that's our 3rd loss in 3 years. That's fun. Well, we lost by a point. Don't know how, but we did. So, that's fun. Cannot believe, literally, as I was saying, we don't lose games, we lost the game. Ouch. Here's the important week, though. Actually, shocked our defense gave up 30 points, too. Because for our standards, we scored a lot of points. 30 points in this offense is kind of insane, but... Well, they're all gone. I hate how much I gotta early recruit kickers and punters in this game. Hate that shit so much. It's the last QB in the country? Okay. Are you good, man? Holy shit, you're the last QB in the country and you're good? Hell yeah. What a stag. What a steal. I'm not jumping, though. Like, A&M has him locked in the bag. I think this week I'll probably jump Bama, but I'm not beating A&M for this guy. He's gone. The pipeline is just too much. Okay, guys, let's not shit the bed, please. Like we did last week. Losing by a fucking point. 31-30. We lost again. What just happened? This I want to kill this game. I want to strangle the developers that play this fucking game. Oh my god. Yeah, we absolutely just shut them out the entire first half. We go into halftime winning 14-0, and then in the third and fourth quarter, just don't play the game. We just lost to a team that had 3 picks. Well, that's a great way of losing our season. Yep, just offense didn't score points. Awesome. Because why would we want to score points on offense? That's great. Let's go see if that fixes the problem. Sucks too because we lost those 2 guys. We had I think 3 players there. They're now gone. So fucking shitty, man. How is this team preferred? How is this team performed worse the better it gets? How can the 80 overall team win the Natty? But the 88 and like 90 overall team does not. I don't quite get it. I really don't. How the team gets better, but the sim gets worse. Yeah, we had to have that win. Shit. Well, we still can technically squeeze into the playoffs if we don't lose another goddamn game 17-14, please. Hey, we stopped doing the losing shit. Crazy. We beat them 36-0, like we're supposed to. Good job. Now, the issue is both of our losses are conference losses, so I need Texas Tech or Kansas State to choke to make the conference. Otherwise, I'm fucked. (17-14), scoring 0 points the third and fourth quarter is just the most college football 27 thing you will ever see. What's the point of scoring, 14 in the first half and then just not playing the rest of the game? I have no idea, but EA thinks that's an appropriate way of playing, so. Because there's that many football teams in real life that can put up 20-plus points in the first half and then just 0 the rest. That makes sense. Well, let's go beat the brains out of UNLV to hopefully make our conference and hopefully squeak into a playoff game. I get our rematch with the same team. Awesome. Which means I can see if it's the aggro settings I changed. The first time we won the Natty, we won it with 65-65, and I thought that would be fine for the rest of the rebuild, but I guess not, so. I guess not. We should just commit these guys. Just in case, gonna slap some money on these guys to guarantee I don't get out-sniped. What? I lost? Dude, this game, like, genuinely, the developers that worked on this game should be fucking homeless. What the fuck do you mean? Like, actually, what the fuck do you mean? They couldn't score 14 points the entire game, and they scored 14 points in the fourth quarter. How are any of these people employed? How? How do I lose to a 60 overall team? I lost to a 67 overall team. I just lost a football game to a 67 overall team. With a 71 overall quarterback. And that is how my season ends. I lose a goddamn game 31-30. Lose by a goddamn bullshit point to, again, a 60 overall squad. I lose to Kansas State because my offense scored 0 points through the entire second half. And then I just lost by another goddamn point, 28-27, to a 60 overall team. Because I gave up more points in the fourth quarter than I did the first, second, and third quarter combined. This was the first fucking game my QB actually played the QB thing, by the way. He threw for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 pick. I had multiple receivers and multiple running backs crack 100 yards. That's... And I lost this game, by the way. I lost this game. I lost this goddamn game because of a blocked field goal. I had a blocked field goal. That was the only reason why I lost this game. Why was I even close enough to a 60 overall team to where it came down to a blocked field goal? I have no idea. But I lost because of a blocked field goal. My super stud kicker. And I lose on a block. Yep, I'm retiring the fullback simulator after this year. This playbook is just awful. This is just a miserable experience, just having your offense score no points. Well, for a meaningless conference championship, I could win this and I still won't make the playoffs. So this is a 100% meaningless game. I am not making the playoffs because of just how stupid this game is. Dash, I'm probably doing QBs first just because they're the easiest, but we'll get the receivers this year, for sure. Hey, KJ, how you doing? How you doing?
Greetings and welcome to a very special moment on the annual sports calendar, the Heisman Trophy ceremony.
I cannot believe my defense gave up 30 points to a 65 overall team.
To bring you Heisman Trophy night.
My running back was player of the week with 5 carries for 35 yards. And then, of course, we win the meaningless conference. Oh, my God. What the fuck? We made it all. We made it to the playoffs? KJ, that's nerfed player progression after they've buffed it 4 times. So just so you're aware, KJ, the player progression you're using right now has been after it's been buffed 4 times. Yeah, when this game launched, go back and watch my was it South Carolina? I forgot what the Carolina team, Eastern Carolina, I forget whatever it was. Go watch my first series I did. Literally, like, a 99 overall player back in the day would be like an 85 overall player when this game came out. Like, it was virtually impossible to get a 90, let alone like a 95 or a 99. And literally every title update, the developers have increased it every update, and it's still shit. So we won a fucking 3-point ball game. Again, I can't get this defense to work properly. I can't get the offense to work properly. It's just, we went into the fourth quarter winning 27-13, and we didn't score a singular time in the fourth quarter. Maybe the move is not to have your defense to a very high aggressiveness. Maybe the move is to jack this down to like fucking 55. I don't know. Our defense was playing better at 65 than 75 and 100, but it wasn't playing like that much better. Yeah, KJ, this game is ass, and the ass version you're experiencing is after. Oh, I have no money. Yeah, I have no money. I can't. Yeah. KJ, you can stash them. I'm doing it now. You can still do it. It's just a significantly slower process. Well, I don't think we're winning a game, so let's go play A&M. Ain't no way we just beat A&M. There's no shot. We beat A&M. Okay, well. I lose to UNLV, but can beat A&M. That makes sense. Another 3-point victory. This time, though, we actually scored the points in the fourth quarter, not the CPU. We didn't score very many. We scored 6, but it's better than nothing, which is what the computer scored. Nothing. I have no money, so I have to sign him. KJ, it's just the same thing as last year, but you have to spend your tokens every year. You can't actually save them, but if you upgrade the stats that don't matter, their overall doesn't go up as much. Okay, we lost. Thank God. Yeah, the fullback simulator was fun for that one season where we somehow managed to win the Natty, which makes no goddamn sense how that worked. But the fullback experience after that has been insufferable. Like, dude, we were losing at halftime 28-14. Ironically enough, the defense has been kind of dog shit these last several games. Ironically enough. QB threw a pick. And my RB1 fumbled. There was a pick and a fumble. Also, it looks like my slot receiver took over with the most receptions. But Beastly, you don't do well in simulation because your defense isn't the best defensive playbook in the game. Says every single person every time I stream. Literally, it doesn't matter what your defensive playbook is. It doesn't matter what your aggro is set to. Your defense doesn't work. I had this jacked up to 100. They still scored 30. I had this jacked up to 75. They still scored 30. I had this jacked up to 60. They still scored 30. I had this on fucking 55. They still scored 30. We allowed 30 points to UCF. We almost had 30 points given up to UNLV. 24 points for Kansas. 20 points for A&M. And then here we gave up 35. And of the 35, almost all of it was in the entire first half. Just so you're aware, my defense is significantly better than my offense in terms of personnel. There's a reason my defense is a 94 and my offense is an 89. My offense sucks. My offense sucks so much that the CPU could score 28 and a half and still win the game. But that also goes back to my point, like I was saying like an hour or two ago. The CPU is beating my ass so much going into halftime, they entered shoe clock mode. Like, the CPU was winning by so much that they entered shoe clock mode, and because they entered shoe clock mode, it allowed me to come back in the game and almost win. I was better on third down, better on fourth down. I was better in damn near every spot that it mattered. Just had the interception and the fumble. With no block kicks this week, thank God. So yeah, I don't know. I might keep trying the fullback dive offense. AKA the North Dakota State playbook. I might keep trying it because when I turned up the aggro to 75, our offense did kind of start scoring more points, right? So we almost dropped 30 points in every week I had my aggro turned up. So maybe this playbook's a lot better at 75 than 65, but it doesn't ultimately matter when you're throwing interceptions, you're fumbling and blocking kicks, and your defense just decides to give up 30 points in the first half. So we'll see. No, I did not, Cameron. And we had 4 losses this year, and almost all of them were to garbage teams. So that was fun, and I'm going to go ahead and call it for the night. I am going to get off this game before it gives me a stroke. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.